Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com.
RazorbackFanZone.com.
Where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me take it where to go. Razorback Fan Zone, exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claim to rep in the halls, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.
Deaver-Ryan with the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone, and I'm here today with Ty Story, who is an incoming Razorback quarterback for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Hi, Ty.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I want to ask you, who is Ty Story? What position did you play? And tell the fans a little bit about you.
I'm a quarterback. I'm just a down-to-earth guy, pretty simple, and just always born and raised in Arkansas, and proud to be a Razorback.
Have you played quarterback your entire high school career?
My entire high school career, I started as a linebacker. My ninth grade year, kind of moved up at the end of the year, and I got to play a little linebacker on a state championship team, so it was really cool to play. And then, obviously, my sophomore year, I took over as quarterback, and from there, I've played quarterback ever since.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
6'3"? You look taller than 6'3".
Legit 6'3". So.
Yeah. What's your weight?
About 215.
Awesome. Can you throw 80 yards like Ryan Mallett?
80 yards, maybe with some wind in my bag, but I think I can throw it far enough.
Far enough as you can get the job done. That's what's important.
So.
Well, we certainly have enjoyed listening and watching your games throughout your high school career. It was a very nail-biting game against Smackover the other night in the state championship, but y'all came out on top, and it was a very hard-fought game.
For sure.
Sure. What experiences have you had growing up that have molded you into the person and the player that you are today?
I think there's been so many experiences just ever since coming to Charleston schools. Everything, all the teachers have helped me so much and made me who I am. Teachers, coaches, my family members. It's just been a really great experience to be here, and it's bittersweet to move on to the next level in Fayetteville, but I'm ready. I think I'm ready for the challenge.
What kind of activities were you involved in growing up?
It's always been about sports. My dad was a coach when a few years ago, or it seemed like forever ago now, but he was a coach, so everything we did was based kind of around sports and competing. So it's ever since I could walk, I think we were competing in something. So it's been really fun.
And where did your dad coach? Did he coach football?
He coached football, coached here at Charleston, and it's always been around this program, so that's made it even more special, winning these 3 state championships.
Did he kind of work with you growing up as a child? Did he teach you a lot?
He did. I mean, it's just more just being around the sport. I remember when I was a little kid, just always coming up here to practice, coming to all the games and being on the sidelines, thinking I was real cool just to be around the football players. So just being around the sport, I've learned more. And then obviously him helping me with the X's and O's.
Helps you kind of understand the inner workings of the game a little bit more.
Definitely.
How to make the moves. What special recognition have you earned as a player? I know that there was a thing out on Facebook that said you've passed for like 13,000 yards in your career, and you're like 29-0 in the past 2 years, 2 state championships. How have you accomplished that, and what are some of the other things that you've accomplished?
I mean, a lot of that's my teammates, so I can't take credit for all of that. Definitely.
Absolutely.
All the yards and all the wins, we've worked really hard as a team, and everything in football, even the individual awards, is really more of a team goal. Because if I didn't have receivers to catch the ball, you're not going to get anywhere, and linemen that blocked. And I was very blessed to have that these last 3 or 4 years here. Absolutely,
and that's important. That you recognize the team, because there's no I in team, and that's good, because you got to have good people working around you.
For sure.
And if we were to talk to one of them, they'd probably say the same thing.
I think that's how it goes. That's just how we are here at Charleston. So.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us about who Ty Story is today.
Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com.
RazorbackFanZone.com.
Where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me take it where to go. Razorback Fan Zone, exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claiming to repping the hogs, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.
This is Brian Deaver-Ryan with the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone. I'm here today with Ty Story. We're going to talk to Ty today about his motivation. Ty, we want to know who and what has motivated you to achieve the level of success that you've had so far.
There's so many people in my life that's meant so much to me and motivated me. I think it starts with my family, obviously. Grandparents always being around for all of my games. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, basketball, football, anything, or even going up there and eating on Sunday after church. It's always been about a family, and even just the people around it. To get more involved, all the community has always been helping me out. I know running hills, or we'd be working out really hard in the summer. It'd be really hot, and like Charleston, just somebody from Charleston would stop by and ask for if we needed any water or anything. So it's just you want to succeed for all those people.
Did you always have a dream of playing for the Razorbacks?
I always had a dream of playing football, and coming from Arkansas, obviously, Arkansas was my first option, but just playing football anywhere was going to be fun, I thought, and that was just always been kind of my dream for my future.
Well, that dream's about to come true, and we're all excited about that, as I know you are. Who is it that motivates you to reach the next level of success that you want to see? You've had a lot of success at the high school level. Who motivates you, and what motivates you to continue that success in college?
Like I said, I mean, everybody around me pretty much, especially my coaches, which I don't think I mentioned earlier, they just from spending so much time with me and teaching me so much, I really want to be able to go on even and do great things at Fayetteville, and then go on even further than that, just to show that, I mean, you can do it coming from anywhere.
That's really awesome. What does a day in the life of Ty Story look like? We know that you're going through a unique situation right now because you're taking your semester tests, and you just finished with your season at Charleston High School, winning the state championship in 3A. We want to know, what does your life look like now, and what's it going to look like coming into the program in January?
Right now it's pretty hectic. It seems like it's just day to day. Today I got out pretty early. I had to take 2 tests this morning, so now just packing my bags, getting ready for the big move. But it just day to day. It's always been a lot of hard work. I don't think people understand how hard people work trying to go to D1 to play football, and that's just with any athlete, or I guess anybody. But it's been a lot of work, and it's finally starting to pay off. So that's really means a lot to me.
Well, that's really neat. When you go to Fayetteville, how are you going to get to practice with the team at all before the bowl games, or?
I am. Saturday is going to be my first practice at Fayetteville, so I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so, what will you do when, like after the bowl game, when you get into January, and they kind of go into that off season, that 7 or 8 months? How will you prepare, and what will your life be like? Are you going to start classes obviously in January, right?
I'll start the classes just like any other student in college, and I'll be working out with the team, and just everything that I'll just be a member of the team. So learning, of course, meeting with the coaches, Coach Chaney for sure, and all the other quarterbacks, and just trying to become even better players.
Well, we thank you for talking to us today about your motivation.
Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com.
RazorbackFanZone.com.
Where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me take it where to go, Razorback Fan Zone. Exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claiming to reppin' the Hogs, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.
This is Brian Deaver-Ryan with the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone. I'm here today with Ty Story, and we're going to talk to Ty about his expectations and his goals for the upcoming 2015 season. Ty, how are you doing?
I'm good.
What are your expectations for the team this coming season?
It's hard to really tell what you expect. I mean, coming off a good win or season like we have this year, improving off last season, you expect obviously more progress, and I hope to be able to accomplish that, and that's kind of the only thing you can hope for, is just keep moving forward.
Now, have you had an opportunity to familiarize yourself with the recruits coming in this year?
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah, this seems like a really tight-knit group. We've got to hang out more than other recruiting classes, it seems like, just because all the award banquets and all the camps we've gone to. It's just been a really special time, I think, and it's a really cool class to be a part of.
That's cool. How do you expect to contribute to the team and to meet those expectations?
I mean, I'll just do whatever I can. I'm going to get in there, obviously, a Saturday and just work as hard as I can and do whatever the coaches tell me or need me to do, and that's just how I'll try to keep going with my progress of a quarterback.
How are you gonna feel if you're the one that gets out there on the field at any time?
I mean,
it's gonna be almost. I mean, it would have to just be electrifying inside.
I think it's just gonna be fun playing football in general. I mean, the quarterback position, obviously, there's only one guy that can play, and
Right.
There's a bunch of great quarterbacks up there already. So no matter what happens, I think all of us would agree that we're just going to do whatever's best for the team. So if that's being on scout team or whatever I have to do, I'm going to do whatever I need to do to help the team out.
Help the team. What are your long-term goals and plans?
Obviously, do as good as I can up at Fayetteville, and hopefully win as many games as we can, and just keep getting better. And hopefully one day we'll be playing in the playoff system. But then after that, hopefully going to the NFL, which you never know if I keep working, hopefully. And but I'll also be going into business, so I hope that'll be kind of my fallback plan, and hopefully become something in the business world.
Awesome. Are you wanting to open your own business or work or maybe get into a corporation?
Probably get on to hopefully a big corporation would be great. I really don't know yet. I've really thought about it hard, but I know I'll have 3 or 4 years here 3, 4, or 5 years to really work on to see where I need to go with my life.
That's really good. That's really good. Who is your favorite NFL team? Or do you have one?
I'm a Tom Brady fan. I really like
Tom
Tom Brady
Brady.
and the New England Patriots. I've always liked watching them ever since I can remember. So
that's really neat. That's really neat. Are you excited to be working with the coaches at Arkansas? The quarterback coach and
I love all the coaches up there. I know Coach Chaney really well, and I really look forward to being able to work with him.
That's really awesome.
Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com.
RazorbackFanZone.com.
Where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me take it where to go, Razorback Fan Zone. Exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claiming to reppin' the Hogs, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.
This is Brian Deaver-Ryan with the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone. We're here today with Ty Story. Ty, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Good. We're going to talk to Ty again today about the recruiting process. Ty, we want to talk to the fans about who are some of the schools that were recruiting you.
I think Auburn and Alabama were the two very first ones that started recruiting me, and then obviously Arkansas jumped on board, and Louisville jumped on board late, and Arkansas State was one of my very first offers. So it's been a very long process, and kind of glad it's coming to an end.
Right. Those programs that you mentioned are all really good programs. Even Arkansas State's in a lower tier, but even they're working towards being a powerhouse in the division that they're in. So that's very impressive that you have been recruited by those schools. I think it's interesting that there are so many Arkansas ties to some of the schools that we're associated with, like Auburn.
For sure.
Gus Malzahn, obviously an Arkansas person. And then obviously Arkansas is going to be playing Texas in the bowl down there in Texas, and Charlie Strong is an Arkansas person. And, of course, there's Bobby Petrino, who was here at Arkansas. So it's always interesting to see the ties and the people that have been produced or influenced by Arkansas. How did the facilities at Arkansas compare to some of the ones that you might have seen in other places?
I thought Arkansas were one of my favorites. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of a homer for saying that, going up there and everything. But honestly, all of them around Arkansas was definitely second to none in terms of facilities.
Tell the fans kind of the new building that they just built with the locker rooms and all that.
Oh, it's awesome. They pretty much rebuilt the new locker room, coach's office. All of that is kind of new. The dining area for the football players, it's all kind of added on to the indoor facility and the weight room. So it's really nice to have everything right there compact. So it's kind of easy to walk to, and it's all great facilities. Just like I said earlier, second to none in the country.
That's awesome.
That I've seen.
When you went to have your official visit at Arkansas, who was your player host?
Austin Allen.
Austin?
Mm-hmm.
What was your schedule like when you went for your official visit?
It was pretty busy. We ate all the time, it seemed like. Towards Sunday, it was even hard to eat. It was still great food, but I was so full from the whole weekend. It was amazing. Catfish Hole was amazing, just like everyone talks about. And just the whole weekend was really fun weekend, but it was for sure tiring, and I think I gained a few pounds after that weekend.
Did
sure.
you?
Yeah, for sure.
When you went up there, did you meet with people in the academics area?
I did. I met with a few people from the business department, I guess you could say. And it was really eye-opening, kind of just because at that point I really didn't know where I was gonna go with my career path. And after meeting with those people, it was kind of clear to me that I think business is the way to go.
That's really neat. And how much time did you get to spend with Coach Bielema himself and the other coaches as well?
It was actually pretty cool because I got to go to the UAB game, and it was an early game, so it was over by I think 2 or 3. So I got a little time to rest, and then I went and hung out with the coaches the rest of that night and the next morning. So it was pretty cool that I chose that game to go visit on because I had so much time to hang out with those people.
Yeah. What qualities and traits does Coach Bielema and his coaching staff have that have motivated you to maybe choose Arkansas? I mean, we know you're an Arkansas person, and you were born in Arkansas, I assume, and you've lived here your entire life in Charleston, which, by the way, it's a very beautiful place up here. If y'all ever get a chance, it's really, and it's like, we drove up here, and it's like, it's not a lot, and then all of a sudden you hit Charleston, and it's like there's people coming. I went into the dollar store to get batteries, and I'm like, where are all these people coming from?
Yeah.
But at any rate, what characteristics did they have that kind of motivated you?
It's always been a family feel at Arkansas. I think Coach B and the rest of the coaching staff is really laid back until, they need to obviously get on you. But it's a really family-like atmosphere. They care more about the person than just the player on the field. So academically, just being smart away from the field is kind of number one, I think, in their mind, and make sure you graduate and make sure you're successful after football.
How does it work in an incoming Razorback's mind to see the aspect of Coach Bielema being so caring toward the players such that he hugs and cries on a player's shoulder on the game, and then turns around and will cut somebody off the team for disciplinary reasons? How does that play in your mind to be able to see both ends of that spectrum?
I mean, like I said earlier, it's just that's real. That's Coach B. I mean, he cares for his players, and I think he'll give his players, I think, opportunities to succeed. And I mean, eventually, I don't know anything about the cut-ins. I mean, I don't know what happened, but I just know that Coach B is a great coach, a great person to play for, and that's really why I made my decision to go there.
I'm sure it always helps to see that a coach can be a person, and then caring and shed a tear, and then can also have your best interest in mind, even when maybe obviously they don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's awesome. That's awesome.
Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com,
RazorbackFanZone.com.
where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me tell you where to go. Razorback Fan Zone, exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claim to repping the Hogs, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.
This is Deaver-Ryan with the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone. We're here today with Ty Story. Hey, Ty. With our interview, we want to talk to Ty and ask him, how have you had an opportunity to experience the Arkansas Razorback fans?
It's been really cool. Been a really cool process. Obviously, growing up in Arkansas, always going to the games and stuff. It's really been cool just to see how the Arkansas fans are, and they're so passionate for their Hogs, and understandably why. I'm really proud to be a part of this fan base.
I know you've been to some games and you've been on the sideline. What does it feel like to feel the electricity in that stadium when they do that hog call from the sideline?
It's really special, definitely. Just being a part of that, being on the sidelines, being so up and close with that fan base is just awesome. Always signing autographs, taking pictures with the fans. It's really been really cool.
That's really neat. How did the experiences that you've had growing up persuade you to come to Arkansas?
I don't know if they persuaded me much. I mean, I've always been an Arkansas fan, of course, going to a lot of games, but whenever I had that opportunity to go to choose my school, I really had to sit down and kind of put that behind me and see what was best interest for me as a person. And even after putting all that behind me, I really thought Arkansas was the right option.
When you were growing up, did you go to a lot of games as a child at Arkansas?
I did. I went to several. That was the only college game I really went to.
Did you go to games in Little Rock? Any of the ones at War Memorial?
I went to a few. A lot more in Fayetteville, obviously, just because it's closer. But I did go to a few.
You've lost 3 games in your high school career. How do they receive you when you lose when those 3 losses?
Those 3 losses, thankfully, were 3 years ago. So, I mean, at that point, we were a really young team, and we were really working hard to keep getting better. And so I think they were always really supportive of us and always cheered for us, even when we were going through the tougher times, just because we were a super young team and we were still trying to learn how to be mature and become a better team. And thankfully, we did. And the Charleston fans have been there ever since the very beginning, so that's what's really cool about that.
That's awesome. Did you go to camps at Arkansas during the summer?
I did. I went to as many as I could, and I think it ended up being like 5 or 6, which was really cool just to be able to work with Coach Chaney more and some of the recruits coming in. I know KJ, Will, and Dion, Stewart, all those guys were up there, so it's pretty cool to be able to throw to those guys just to see what the future might hold for us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've enjoyed speaking with you today.
Thank you.
And I appreciate, and we all appreciate you taking time to speak to us here today. And I want to give you the opportunity to talk to the fans for a second and just speak directly to them. And we appreciate your time.
I'm just really thankful to be a Hog, and can't wait to work as hard as I can to help the Hogs get back to the top. Go Hogs.
We appreciate y'all looking at the Razorback Fan Zone and watching our interview today, please check out the Arkansas Razorback Fan Zone.
Welcome to Razorback Fan Zone, where Razorback fans unite with positive Razorback energy all the time. RazorbackFanZone.com.
RazorbackFanZone.com.
Where my hog fans at, we got to stand strong. Let me tell you where to go. Razorback Fan Zone, exclusive coverage and in-depth interviews, lifting up the Razorbacks no matter if they win or lose. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. If you claim to repping the hogs, then you need to be taking a look. If you bleed a Razorback red, you need to respond. Check us out at RazorbackFanZone.com. Let's go.